Here there is a create AWS account. So in that you can create the AWS account. In this, after filling all the information, you need to fill the information of the credit card or Visa card. Okay, whatever card you have, you just enter the detail of that, so that they will make a connection, or they will make sure that you are the authenticated person, and as well as in future you can pay the bill, right? Because cloud services is not free. Uh, but yes, most of the services of the AWS are free. That also I'll tell you later on. So this is the AWS homepage, in which you'll find out many solutions related to advertisement, marketing, financial services, game technology, health and life sciences. All those things you can explore, that what are the different services it is offering. Then these are the product they have analytical product in which you can make some machine learning applications, application integration. Like you can create the application of different platform, that also you can do. AWS cost management. This is I think the software as a service they are providing. This is the platform as a service for the product developer or the programmer. They have done. This is also a platform as a service for the researchers, who can put their data, as well as they can use the algorithm, and they can execute those algorithms there. Then there is a blockchain related services also offered by the AWS business application compute. Here they will provide you the infrastructure as a service. Okay, they will give you the resources, and after that you have all the operating system installation, the application program, the data, all those things you have to manage all those things. Then we have the container services, is again a part of the cloud computing technology, the containers. And it is again platform as a service, customer engagement, databases they are providing, software as a service, right? Database they have, and they are providing the database. So database is nothing but the software, and that you are using it. Then there is a development tools, they are providing platform as a service. So overall they are giving all three type of services: infrastructure as a services, platform as a services, and software as a services. Okay, let's go to the count. What is the thing? Okay, so I'll just so where I went is I went to the console. Let's go and log in there. Now once you have created the account in the AWS, now you can log in here. So I log in. I am user. This is my account. Let's make it next. The password, I think I have the password also. So now I have entered to the AWS console, where I can create my own uh, uh, means I can use the Amazon Web Services here, right? Okay, now let's go to the services. Here we have the tab where we can go to the services. So see, these are all services that are provided by the Amazon Web Services. Here we have like compute, right? Compute is for the infrastructure as a service. Here the first service that is provided under the infrastructure as a service is EC2, is elastic computing cloud. Okay, and then we have light shale Lambda, Batch, all those are having different EC2 image builder. All those applications are related to the infrastructure as a service. Then it is providing the storage services, in which we have these as a software as a service. I think no, it is. I think it is a platform as a service. Then we have the databases, different type of databases as a software as a service, migration and transfer services, network and content delivery services, developer tools, right? Platform as a service, media services they are providing. Again, software as a service they are providing. Management and governance. So these are all related to the software and the combination of platform. Then the blockchain related services, see machine learning related services they are providing. Augmented reality and virtual reality services they are also having, that we can use or we can explore. Security, Internet of Things, game developers. So they are providing the platform here, containers, right? So all those are different services that are provided by the Amazon Web Services. Today, what we are going to see the infrastructure as a service, as we have discussed about virtualization and abstraction. So that we'll see in a as a use case, that how this infrastructure as a service provides us the virtualization and abstraction. So let's go to the EC2 service. I'll just click on to the EC2 service. So as you can see, it is saying virtual servers in cloud. So it is with the help of EC2 services, I can create the virtual machines. Okay, what is the meaning of virtual machines? Virtual machines are nothing but machine, or the whole computer or whole computing resource I can create using the cloud computing services that is provided here. And with the help of that, I can create a machine. What is the meaning of machine? Is the whole computer I can create. Is just like in your physical laptop, you have an operating system and you are creating another operating system within it with the virtualization softwares. So that we are creating into the AWS server. So there is a AWS server which are having cloud computing orchestration. These are the orchestration, or the, you can see these are the interfaces that they are providing. With the help of that, we can create a virtual machine here. Now, as you can see, this way is telling me about my resources, what we have. So I have created many virtual machines. So keep here, I have 10, but right now no virtual machines are running. So virtual machine, when we create, that is called instance in the cloud computing. In the terms of cloud computing, we say instance. Instance means a virtual machine. So how many virtual machines are running? So right now, 0 virtual machines are there. Means I haven't created any virtual machines here. So where I get this, I go to the service. I just click into the EC2 service, and I came in this particular window. Now here we have a button called launch instance. So what it will do to get started, launch an Amazon EC2 instance, which is a virtual server in the cloud. So what we are doing is we are going to create the virtual server or virtual machine. Okay. Now instance will be launched in Asia specific Mumbai region. So uh, there is a Amazon web services. For that, the servers are located in the Mumbai for us. So whenever I'll create one instance, this will be created within India, right? Now, the first, when I'll click that particular button, it is the first step is to which particular operating system you want to put over there. So these are the pre-designed images are there, pre-designed image of your machine. In this, you will see that there are many operating system that they have, like Red Hat, SUSE, Linux. Then we have Ubuntu, we have Windows. Okay, again we have Windows. There are different versions of Windows, as you can see. This is again Ubuntu. So there are different version of different operating systems. Now it is up to us that which operating system we want to put in my machine, right? So without the operating system, a machine is of no use, right? I cannot enter into the machine, or I cannot what I cannot get into the machine to do anything. So and here it is written free tier eligibility. So Amazon Web Services are providing you 1 year free services. Whatever free services Amazon Web Services are providing you, so for 1 year it is free. The all the services are which are free services that will tell you here, like free tier eligibility. It is free. These are not free tires, or these are not free. Okay, there are free tires that will use. See, so all these free services will use. So let's go to the Ubuntu. Now it is going to install the latest version of Ubuntu, so it doesn't have to worry about the version, or uh, the updated version of the operating system. It will give you the updated version. Whatever updated version of operating system is available, they will give you. So as you can see, and it is giving you the Ubuntu 20.04 LTS SSD volume type, and here these are the configuration of that, and then you have to choose which type of file system you want to use, is uh, x86 or ARM. So which type of processor you will use, Intel or ARM processor. So let's go for the default Intel one, and then select. Then after selecting the operating system, you will get into the second step, in which you will choose the how many memory you require. So how many memory you require. So and what how many core of CPU you require, right? So as you can see, the free tier is only one core of CPU and 1 GB of memory they will give you, or 1 GB of RAM they will give you. This is free tier, okay? So it is written also here, micro instance are available for AWS free usage tier for the first 12 months. As I told you, it is free for 1 year. Following your AWS sign up date. So when you have signed up for up to that particular day, 1 year, it is free. You will, and the free is also with some conditions. And what is the condition? Is 750 hour of micro instance each month. So in each month, how many hours you'll get? So month is, let's say, 30 into 24. So how much you'll get? Hmm? So we have 30 and into 24, 720. So in 1 month, 720 hours is the is for 1 month. So they are providing you 750 hours. So definitely it is free for 1 year. Okay. Okay, great. So it is giving you 750 hours. So we know that for the 30 days it is uh, 720, and 24 if some month is 31st month. So we have 24 hour more. When your few usage tier, or if you usage exceeded in the free tier restriction, you pay standards. So pay as you go service rated. So as we have discussed in the first module of the cloud computing, that cloud computing is a pay as you go services. So it is also written here, as you can see. Right. So we'll choose the free tier. We doesn't have to go to uh, the 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 other tier, right? We are just going to learn here, so we'll go for the free tier. It is better to go there. If you want to create a high performance compute, and you can create it. Now let me show you how you can create it. See, could you see that 96 core of CPU you will get, 192 GB of memory you will get. Hmm? Are you getting it? What is that? And the network performance also is very high for these type of machines. See, 25 Gbps you will get the speed of the internet. It will create it, but definitely the charges are high because we are using high, right? You haven't seen the machine with the 96 core, haven't you? Now, if you'll go for further, you will get some more magical thing here. See, 64 core of memory, the CPU, 64 core of CPU and 732 GB of memory, main memory you will get. So many company that they have these much of load, there's these much of um, see 128 core of CPU and 1952 GB of memory you will get for this particular infrastructure, and 25 Gbps of speed you will get. And see, the storage also SSD they're providing you, and 190 1920 into 2 SSD they are going to provide you the storage. See, this one is very huge, right? We can create, see, we can have ample resources available, right? Now let's go for the minimal one, and let's go to the next configuration instance, means next uh, step. Okay, it came into the review. Let's go to the configure instance. Yeah. So the next step after this, so I have chosen, right, chosen instance type. So we have already chosen this. Okay. Now, number of instances, I have one instance, right? So I am taking one instance of this. I can increase it. So I can create two instances of that. So it will be two machines of same configuration. 1 GB of memory, one CPU, Ubuntu 20.04 version of operating system. So the number of instances I have taken one. All those are the default configuration. Let it be. What is the shutdown behavior? Let's say you want to shut down your machine, right? So how you will shut down? So you have some options like if you make it a stop, it will be shut down. Okay. Enable hibernation as an additional stop behavior. Can do you want to do that? Means when you stop it, it will go to the hibernation. Means it is not going to shut down. It will go to the hibernation. Protect against accidental termination. Uh, enable cloud watch detail monitoring. Tenancy means you are as a customer, right? So you will take the rent of it. So run a shared hardware instance. Okay, it is okay. Okay, let's go to the next one where we add the storage. Storage means your uh, hard drive, right? So how much storage you require, the secondary memory. So here it is by default it is 8. So minimum you have to take 8 GB of storage. You, if you want, you can increase it, but you can increase it up to 30 as a free tier. See, it is written. Free tier eligible customer can get up to 30 GB of EBS general purpose SSD or magnetic storage. So whatever storage you want to choose, you can choose it from here. This is the SSD. You have the option to go to the magnetic also. Hmm? Magnetic drive also. So we have seen about magnetic drive, right? So let's go to the SSD. SSD is faster than that. If you want, you can increase it up to 30, right? You can make it 16 or 20 or 21, 23, 24, 25, whatever you want, you can take it. So let's go for 16. So the volume has been added. Let's go to the next step is for adding the tag. You want to add the tag, you can tag it. See, IMA policy, it is some uh, individual or identity, some management. Okay. So what will happen is, let's say you have a machine, and in machine you have many users. Like when you open a machine, so there is a administrator, there is a guest, right? You can create some more users. So with the help of this IMA, which is the identity management, with that you can create some more tags. Or let's say if I'm using this particular virtual machine, let's say my student also want to use this virtual machine, so for that I'll create. So it is the purpose of that. So I'm not going to create for them. Let's go for without creating the tag. Now after that, you will be given the configuration security group, in which what type of method you will take for getting into the system. So we are taking SSH, a secured shell. By that we can use the TCP protocol, and the port of this is 22, and all the IP addresses of my system will be here. So let's say if I want to enter into the virtual machine with a specific IP. So what I'm going to do at last is, with this particular laptop, from my laptop, I want to connect to my virtual machine that I'll create just now, which is located in Mumbai somewhere. Now, this security will tell you that which particular IP address you will choose, so that this machine will be connected only from that IP address. So you can do that. If your machine that you are using for connecting to the to that particular virtual machine is having the same IP address, but we are using this dynamic IP addresses, so it is not advisable to put the IP address here. Are you getting it? What I'm saying? Otherwise, it is a biggest security that you can provide to your virtual machine. So no one, even though they know the IP address of your virtual machine, they know the password of their virtual machine, they cannot enter the virtual machine. Why? Because in the firewall itself, they will get the packet from the specific IP address which you put here. So the source should be, so it is written here. If you'll see here, determine the traffic that can reach your instance. So it will determine what traffic it is, it can catch, or what traffic it can evaluate. So your virtual machine having the firewall that will decide that which IP address I can take the packet, and other IP address I can discard it. So if you are putting 0000, so it will take all the packet from all the IP addresses, right? If you want to make it, you can make it. So you want to make it a customer? No, anywhere I can make it. So this will coming from anywhere I can use it, right? And then I can add some rule also. So let's go for the HTTP. So we know that for the HTTP, the port number 80 is there. Here also it is saying customer will make it, or you can make it your IP address. But the thing is that my machine, if I'll connect my machine to the access point, it will give me the IP address. And after some time, when again I connect to the access point, my IP address will change. So let's not do that. Okay. Then review and launch. Now it is for the review. So my operating system is this. This is my instance type where I have one core of CPU, 1 GB of memory. Then we have the security groups, right? Then we have instance detail that you'll get. Storage also you'll get. So you have 16 GB of storage. SSD drive is there, right? Tags, you haven't added any tag. Now we'll launch it. So once you do that, it will ask you for the key pair. So key pair is required. I'll tell you why. The key pair is required because this SSH is a secure shell. So we are going to connect the virtual machine with this particular laptop using the key. And that key is nothing but a, a secured hash value that is used for making the authorization to the virtual machine. So just like you are using the username and password, here we'll give the key. So choose the existing key. So I have 10 number of key, right? So I'll not use it. I'll create a new key pair and I'll make it like CC Cloud Computing class. This is my name of the key pair, CC underscore class. I'll make it download key pair. Once I do that, the key pair will be downloaded and it is downloaded in my, I think, download folder. Yeah, it is there. See, the key pair is there in my download folder right now. Now I'll make it launch instance. So my machine has been launched. Let's go to the EC2 console and see my launch, my instance has been activated or not. Yeah, so instance is running right now. You can see the health of your instance here. So if everything is green, means your instance is good. Here it will give you the service health. So what is the health of your yeah, so it is also normal. It is in the Mumbai, the ACI specific Mumbai, right? Okay, let's go to the instance. Let's click here. So once you click here, it will take you to your machine. So what machine we have created? This is the machine which is running right now. Okay, so it is of T2 microtype. Status checking, it is initialization, alarm status, available zone, the IPv4 DNS address that they are providing. Elastic IP we doesn't have. Key name is attached here. See, the key name is there by which they will authenticate you. So key is already there in the machine and key is there in my machine also. So from my machine, it will go, the request will go to this machine and the key will be matched and everything will be okay. Then only I can enter into the into this particular machine. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go again and see this particular instance. So I'll just click into the instance ID And then it will take me to the uh, instance, my instance, how it is. So this is the idea of my instance. Status is running, type is T2, micro type, AWS compute optimizer, finding optimizer for recommendation. Okay. Now we have the IP addresses. So every cloud, in the cloud, when we create an instance or when we create a virtual machine, it will have two IP addresses. One IP address is the public IP, another is the private IP. Now, what is the difference between public IP and private IP? The difference is very simple. The public IP is public to all, means I can use this particular public IP to connect to this particular, and private IP is useful when we are creating more than one instances. So for a user, this private IP is used for communicating inter-instance communication. So let's say if I'll create 2 or 3 instances, and all those 2 or 3 instances have their private IP addresses. So with the help of these private IP addresses, they will communicate with themselves. So for that, it is using private, and the public is used for us. So let's copy this particular public address. So I have just copied it. This is the public IP address that I'll use. Now I'll open the terminal. So yes, my terminal is open right now. Yes, now I'll go to that particular place where I have the key. So I have the key in the downloads folder. So I came into the downloads, right? Now after that I'll just simply uh, want to connect it. Okay, so I'll use SSH. Then there is a option called I with the SSH that we'll use. And what is the key that I have is cc underscore class is my key, and what is the extension of it is PEM. Okay, of that. Then because I have used Ubuntu operating system there, so I'll use Ubuntu @ and my IP address. Okay, so this is how it look like. So if you can see it, SSH -I is my option there. Then I have the key, and then Ubuntu @ and my IP address. Now I'll make it enter. So it is saying, what it is saying, that authentication of host. What is the host? This is the host, my instance. Cannot be established. Why? ECDSA key fingerprinting is SHA-256. So key, whatever the key I have, it has been hashed. A hash will be created with a SHA, secured hash algorithm 256, and it is creating the hash out of it. And then it is saying, are you sure you want to continue? So say yes. Let's continue there. Now it is saying that permanently added this particular IP addresses and attached with the key. Unprotected private key file, it is saying that the permission is 644 for CHR to open. It is saying that this particular key you need to change the mode of that particular key. Why? The reason is right now the key can be executed by anyone. What we want, we just want to add, we want to read the key only. So will not, we are just going to restrict the writing and we'll just going to restrict the execution. So how we'll do that? With the help of changing the mode of it. So I'll just make it read. Both write and execute will be 00, means I'll not going to permit it. And then I'll use the key name, that is cc underscore class. Now the mode has been changed. Now I'll again use the same command, that is ssh -i, my key name ubuntu @ my IP address. Once I'll do that, as you can see, I have connected. See, I have connected to Ubuntu. I have connected to Ubuntu, and this is showing my private IP. So I have connected into that particular system, and it is showing my private IP. See, 172.31.14.30. It is there. 172.31.14.30. 172.31.14.30. See, 172.31.14.30. So I have connected to my virtual machine right now. Now what I can do with this particular virtual machine? I can do anything. Let's first update my my server, right? So I'll use super user. Let's make it apt get update. Now it is going to update everything. See, it is updating so fast. Why? Because in AWS the internet is very fast. Internet is very fast, and that's why it is doing it very fast. All the essential software it is updating, and done it. It is done. See, it is done. Now what I'll do is I'll just install a web server. Why I'll do that? Because let's say you have created a virtual machine, and in that virtual machine you want to put your website. So if you want to put your website, you should have the web servers, right? So without the web servers, you cannot put the website, or you cannot see the website. So I'll just install one web server, and we'll see how it goes. So let's go again with the super user. We are going to install Nginx server. So now it is installing. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Now my web server is installed. Let's start the web server. So let's start the web server. Now my web server is started already. So now it is started, right? How can I see that it started? Let's go to the browser. And put the IP address. So I'll just copy the IP address. See, it is showing the home page of my web server, Nginx, that I have just installed. So you can put your website there. So let's say I have the website in my system, that I'll just copy here, and I configure the the web server, that whenever it will open, means whenever I'll give this particular IP address, which is a public IP address, and this public IP address I can attach to my website, means whatever website you want to give, and this particular IP address you can make a name and you can give to your friends, your customer, right? So they can go in your website. You doesn't have to host anywhere, as you can see. So this is the example of virtualization in which there is a physical machine available in the AWS web server. I have created a virtual machine out of it. I don't know what is happening in the background, or how my physical machine look like. That is called abstraction, because I don't know, right? As a customer, I have created the instance, but I don't know about other instances which is already created in the physical machine. I know only about my instance. So what is in my instance? My instance is very pure right now. I have only installed one web server on my instance, and I have just updated it. I haven't done anything else. So with the help of this, I have already connected. If you want to exit, you can exit. Now it is logged out, right? It is logged out. And if you'll go to the instance here, you can take any action to that instance, because that instance is running. It is your, means when you open your laptop or your desktop, so you just start it, and when you shut down it, so for shutdowning we have the actions that we can perform here, I think. Yeah. So here we can stop, here we can reboot, hibernate, terminate, whatever you want to do, you can do it related to that. Getting it? So any of the option you can choose it. So this is about an example of EC2, which is an infrastructure as a service, which is giving you the hardware. It is your responsibility to put whatever software that just now I have installed one software, right? So it is my responsibility to put the software over there. They will give you the hardware. There is a pre-configuration operating system images that we can install there.